This is for my Cancers, August 24th through the 30th. Tarot and Attitude. Let's find out. Let's take a look at what's going on real quick for next week for you. What I've got here is the Queen of Cups came up to talk about you're supposed to be nurturing and taking care of yourself and taking care of those closest around you. However, your biggest challenge to whatever this is you're trying to do is actually going to be the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is saying you're carrying too much weight. You're putting too much ties on the outcome, and therefore you're going to have problems completing the task or everything you want at hand. One of the biggest charges you've got or challenges you've got is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is talking about you're too focused on the victory. There is too much here in your will that you're ready to sacrifice some emotional happiness and steadiness for an outcome. That's your challenge. Not going so much for the win, but understanding the process and understanding the steps. We have the devil in your recent past, meaning you got a habit of doing this, Cancer. We chain ourselves to the emotional aspect of the outcome. And a lot of times we'll declare whether you're a failure or a winner or a success because of how you feel emotionally about the outcome. This cannot be. One of the biggest things Spirit is giving to you right now to say, we're going to help you with this, okay, is for you to stop and slow down. And I've got the Page of Coins. Now, this page is really cool. You're going to have to look at this from a different perspective. He's actually holding the coin, and this page is looking at the coin instead of looking at the mass field he's got that's available for him to plant that coin. So what this is telling me is you need to look at the details. Don't see a massive big picture. Look down. The problems are small. The opportunities are great. This is going to be huge for you to be able to go in and fix this and do it the right way. So if you want this emotional clarity, you got to learn, put down this thing that you're carrying around and the need to feel like a success. A lot of people in the Cancer world are feeling like they're judging themselves on their success or failure of what they're doing. And it's not that way. It's a task. It's a chore. Get back in and love yourself and enjoy doing it. Find that fire that a young person has, that a teenager has when they're giving something new and they're looking at how they can do it and succeed at it. Just take it easy. He's not in a rampant. He's not in a rush. Everything is about being slow, looking at what you've got and taking a look at the problem and understanding what you need to do to make it work. Everything's not a problem. It's just a different way. And your success or failure does not dictate how successful or how much of a failure you are, just like the Six of Wands says. Ultimately, in this whole thing, okay, if you follow these directions and get out of the elemental aspect of this thing with your emotions or whatnot, the Hangman comes into play for you as a good near future, meaning if you stop and pay attention, you're going to learn to see this problem or whatever you're dealing with in family and life, whatever, you're going to see this from a different perspective. And then the answers will be clear and you're able to move through and do this without all the negativity, without all the angst, without feeling like you're carrying a burden and feeling like you're beat up before the week's even out. Remember this, it will help you. Banger.